you can see that Captain Vega has almost equal amounts of love for the different facets of her life, be it her role as a wife, her role as a mother, and her role as a frontline worker, in which she is able to really showcase all the different beautiful, wonderful things that make her as the whole person that she is. Let's talk a little bit about the emphasis on the frontline workers, because right now, like, this show is so necessary at this particular moment because it does highlight the people who, as I mentioned at the beginning, on a daily basis get these phone calls, get these wilder than life, things that happen that they have to deal with, but they do it with such ease and sometimes with a lot of calm.
Yes, it's extraordinary. It really takes it's a calling.
Mm.
Like most of these professions, I believe. I mean, it's a calling to be an actor, quite frankly, because not everybody can do it. And that's even aside from the actual doing of the acting. It's surviving the rejection. It's surviving the ups and downs of the industry. It's surviving if you're lucky enough to have any kind of celebrity and still come out and still not, come out at the other end being an asshole. It is surviving all those things. And so the same can be said for, athletes, dancers, and frontline workers. It is, you have to love and understand and know that what you're bringing to the table is unique and essential, and to want to do that. And not everybody's cut out for it. And so when you are bitten by that passion and that understanding, it's not just something you turn on and off. You're always that person. You're always that professional. You always have that skill set. And yes, absolutely. That's the beauty of this character of Tommy Vega. She is that woman in the field when she's on call. And she is 100% a fully realized human being with a family that she loves and that she adores. She just happens to, her office is just a little different from somebody else's.
Mm-hmm. Something that you mentioned a little bit before, that as a viewer, I'm approaching this as a Texan, a native Texan, as somebody who's LGBTQ, as somebody who's Mexican American. And I see all aspects of my identity represented on this show, which is
great is that?
A wonderful feeling.
Tell me how that feels.
To be able to see, granted, not all the characters have each of those identities all rolled into one, but
yes,
to see faces that look like mine, to hear stories that are very reminiscent to my own and to the people that are around me, it is such an exhilarating thing that I think is not quite often found, particularly from the standpoint of a young Latinx person or even a young person of color. So I can only imagine, as an actress of color, to be a part of such a wonderfully diverse ensemble, that kind of helps fuel a lot of the performance that you give.
There is a level of, it's a weird word because, we've been using it a lot lately, but differently. Privilege. There's a kind of privilege that I know I feel to be able to walk onto a set and not be the only one. And so that it sort of engenders a comfort level of freedom. And it also, it comes down from the top, right? So we have a producer that wants you to be a part of the conversation. He's not interested in his idea necessarily of what it is to be me. He wants me to help him understand and write to what it is to be me. And I'm not the only one. I know the other actors on the show feel exactly the same way. So that there's an open door, there's an openness, there's a freedom, and the opportunity to create organic, truthful, accurate storytelling is essential. And it's not just about, the tech staff making sure that, we're taking the pulse on the right part of the body. It's all the way down. It's all the way down the line. And that's an incredible feeling. And we all feel that way. I can tell you that because there have been many a time where we're all sitting together and the kinds of conversations that we're having, range from the storyline to what's going on today to it's there. It's a free for all. And how do we all feel about it? And why is it so important?